Welcome to You May Be Entitled to Conversation. This week we have a special guest. But first of all, let me hand you over to my co-host, Bert Gilbert.
What, you're handing me over? I'm literally on the other side.
We're like miles apart.
You're handing me over to the other side of the room.
Yes.
We have to introduce our co-host first.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the introduction?
No, I think you should do it because, I'm like.
Right. Well, we find that there has been a very mysterious character in the background since we've started this podcast, which is the formidable Dr. Kevin Allen.
Yeah.
You've heard him in the background, but finally we've got him in front of the camera today. And I feel like, he's definitely entitled to a lot of compensation for just generally Carl.
Well, I love him more than life itself.
Of course.
We're celebrating our 25th.
Do we all?
Yes, we do. 25th anniversary.
That's how long you've been together.
Him, the day I met him at Compton's.
Compton's.
Where he said to me, "Did anybody ever tell you look like Superman?" And I went, and as
Carl.
I turned to accept the compliment, he said, the one in the wheelchair?
Carl.
And I knew,
I've got issues.
Not only is he cute,
I
but
think we've all got those issues.
he's going to give me a run for it, and he has for the
25 years later.
But it's been wonderful. But I suppose. But can I say something first that only happened just moments ago?
Oh yeah,
that I deserve compensation for, and then we can get into other things that I think
immediately.
How many compensation claims have you got?
Well, actually, I have
about 90,000.
Yeah, he brought a list.
On this, I have a list.
Oh my God, I love
in fairness, some of them I created. So
you've co-created compensation
there's people
together.
who deserve compensation for something I did. Yeah. Anyhow. So in preparation for this, I thought, let me school myself and get some information.
No, as I said, this is the most organised we've had. Like it's only, we're on probably episode 8 or 9. Finally, we've got one bit of structure.
One person has brought in a piece of paper.
But Kevin has been saying have some structure. So I think this is the way forward. Finally.
So I thought, let me prepare, and of course, I'm now a great believer in ChatGPT, especially the one you can talk to.
Yeah, I didn't know you could. I'm not very good at talking to them.
It's a wonderful thing.
I got the best one. My one's like my best friend.
Oh, it's amazing.
He's kind of like this African-American guy that's like stoned. He's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, how are you?
And he's great. And so Carl said, well, why don't you consolidate your account with mine? And then, because he's on a special plan. So I thought, okay, so I'm expecting to speak to this really nice guy who's so helpful. So whenever you say hello, he goes, hey, how you doing? What's going on? I say, well, I need this. Yeah, that's just not a problem. In fact, and he gives this incredible answer.
Yeah.
So I go, I need some help with understanding how to find my wallpaper on my computer. Oh, well, whatever.
It was...
What? It was a woman who was probably 19.
Yeah, she was a real piece of work.
I said, what? She said, I'm just trying to help you.
She literally, I was shocked. I heard it. And I said, can you tell me how to change the wallpaper? And then she says, go to your system, immediately sarcastic.
She's like,
go to your system settings, go to energy saving. And she was actually wrong. And then Kevin asked again, can you repeat that, please? And she went, what did she say?
She said, oh, God, I'm just trying to help you.
She was...
At which point...
I'm not being funny, but she sounds a lot like me. I'd have been like, really? System settings?
Obviously.
How many years have we been doing this, Kevin? I've only just got Kevin to learn how to not save a doc as a DUCX or something. I'm like, just doc. Just as a doc. Like, you have no idea.
I know, but I think you have sabotaged ChatGPT for Kevin, though.
I won't touch it now.
It was definitely... You were definitely involved,
it was
Carl.
one corner of the universe.
I know.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, he's just turned the computer around anyway, so the whole thing was pointless. It was just an exercise in humiliation, wasn't it?
Yes.
Created by Carl.
That is correct.
But then went to seem to solve it, has ruined your own desktop system.
Well, it's the same.
Installed a really arsehole ChatGPT on it.
And in
Amazing.
fact, it's the same kind of humiliation that I first discovered when I left a 30-year career in the advertising business. Imagine, I'm on the top of my game.
Where were you working at this point?
I was at Interpublic Group, one of the big holding companies.
Okay.
And you had one of those big zhuzhy jobs where you flew around in Concorde back in the day, or you flew in first class and da-da-da, and you're fabulous, and blah, blah, you got secretaries.
How old were you at this point?
Like, the early 40s.
Okay.
You know? And then I left the business, which, of course, there's lots of stories
That's
around that.
so depressing, isn't it? Like, in his early 40s, he's been like the whole Concorde thing.
Yeah.
What are we? Late 40s?
We haven't even...
And we still can't get an Uber.
I'm on a line bike.
But the issue
We're
is,
on line
the
bikes.
compensation I'm looking for is what happens once you leave that world.
That's a good point.
So 1 minute, you're talking to your secretary again, 3A? What do you mean 3A? It's either 1A or 1B.
Concord seats. Oh, you were like princess on a nuke on Concorde.
Part of my life I'm not exactly proud of because I was very prissy.
I'd be proud of being like, why am I in 3B?
And now, I'll be at the computer going, Carl, guess what? I got the exit row 36B. Oh, this is so great. I'm like, what has happened to my life?
Things have changed.
Yeah.
Things have changed.
But the first thing you notice is as you go to the doorway.
Was it overnight, though?
What, Concorde?
No.
No.
I mean, no, that was at the speed of light.
Overnight? Yes.
Like the change was overnight.
Well, the first is palpable because if once you're flying on your own, you can't afford a $12,000 air ticket.
Is that how much they were?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that,
Or,
love that expense.
or more recently, a first class fare on British is 10 grand.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So now I'm getting economy class tickets because I'm starting a business and you can't be spending 10 grand a ticket. And you go to the doorway and they're like that, you know, hello. And you show them your boarding and they go,
that way.
You're
That way.
they point.
Yeah.
They don't even
End
go.
goal.
In the distance,
So-
when I used to be
my
behind the curtain.
Are you not like,
all the-
oh my God,
not
didn't we
with
used
what-
to be friends?
Not with all the peasants. I mean,
Yeah.
economy, flying a long distance economy class, everyone should be entitled to compensation for that, full stop.
Yeah.
It's like
I had the
it's
best time of it
horrendous.
because I was super gold British Airways, you know, this business. And when I would check in, this is in the days of Terminal 4, was the big international terminal at Heathrow. And once I came to the check-in counter, I'd give my name, and they go, "Oh, Mr. Allen, just a moment." And they must have telegraphed into the back to the 4 queens who were in the back office, and they would come rushing out, going, "Hello, Mr. Allen, we're so happy you're flying with us again today." I'd be like,
That's fine. I'll have all of the treats.
Yeah,
please.
I'll take everything.
And of course, yes,
I'll
yeah.
be here. Or just serve me for the
I'd
whole.
be collecting phone numbers in the meanwhile, of course, but that's
course.
another start of my life. Yeah, so I think the challenges of flying and coach as a consequence of a new career is what I deserve comp for.
I mean,
I've said it.
I think we can award that. Although
No, we can't give him an award for that. That's terrible.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
all right.
Yeah.
Right, it's too early to start awarding people anyway.
Yeah,
It's
let's
been voted
award
to-
it. We'll award at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, although I do love the story, we
Yeah.
could actually award him for being the first person to come in with a actual story,
I mean, you know what?
a compensation claim.
That is true.
Yeah.
There's some organisation going on.
I know.
But I flew in a Learjet at 23 and it ruined me for
Wow.
life. You know,
That's-
You
as soo-
did what?
Yeah, it ruined any flying. I was just like,
Of course.
after you've done that, there's no customs. There's someone serving you champagne and giving you prawns. Like, oh my God. From
And
23
I love
onwards,
prawns.
it's been a downhill
Oh, absolutely.
experience.
Yeah.
We flew to
Wow.
Florence. I mean,
Wow.
that story is.
Can I just say,
What?
I can't even believe I'm sat here with you peasants.
Are you always on a Learjet?
I haven't done Lears yet. No, I've done like
Oh.
helicopters, Concords, but that's it. Yeah. Now it's a shit show when you try and get me into economy.
By the
Like,
way, you're
I have
lucky.
panic attacks.
Just for the record.
When you go
Don't-
away
I'm-
together, are you like?
Yeah, we don't.
What do
I'm like,
you go
this
away?
is not happening.
My cousin's husband used to book himself a first class ticket and put everybody else in economy, like the children and his wife, which I just thought was,
Horrifically bad.
I mean,
but
really
you would
bad.
do it.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing my father would do as well. You know, be like,
I've seen people do that.
You stay with the peasants.
I know.
Carl is
I've
with
seen that guy on the airplane. And I'm like, I can't believe he's got his cleaner
wait a second.
and his kids and the cleaner and the woman that's looking after the kids all in economy while he's up there. And then at the end you find out, oh my God, that was his wife.
Okay, so here's a story. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've said this. This has touched a wonderful memory. So I'm in British Airways first.
Right.
Which was snazzy. It was in the 747 in the front. It was really something.
Okay.
Luckily, you've got me and Bert. We understand.
So in comes the two of them, this very fashionable London couple. Slightly, what is it, chavvy? Is that the right word for it? When they're like
chavvy, if you want.
Yeah, a bit like Robert Wilson.
The lady comes up and says to the, oh yes, here's your seat here, and then looks at the ticket of his companion, a lady, a very attractive lady, and says, oh no, madam, you're in seat 14B. And she goes, what? At which point she turns to him. She goes, you fucker. She goes, I was supposed to get that seat. He goes, no, but this, and they fought over the seat, and he wouldn't give it to her.
I mean, I would just sit down and get
I kid you not. There literally was a ruckus.
But I mean, it's
So
you know what? I don't know if that's pre-planned as well.
I don't know.
Like, let's just fight. We'll do a full-on
and do you know
fight.
he prevailed? He would not
just
give her that seat.
Yeah.
And so I wonder,
why should he though?
Well, it would be equivalent of me not giving you a
Carl,
business
you would
class
go
seat.
apoplectic if Kevin did that. You would literally lose your absolute mind.
But don't know.
If Kevin did that, you would have, the whole plane would have to deboard with the drama that would be caused, wouldn't it? Let's be realistic.
Because I'm like passive aggressive. I'd just be like, have you ever seen that film, Final Destination?
That's what I mean. Everyone would be cleared.
Carl,
it would be like there would be a bomb threat. There would be, and there'd just be you being like, wow.
No, but you know what? Carl would lay in wait. You know what he would do?
He would
he would open up the door mid-flight.
That's what I mean. There would be an
do you mind if I have an exit aisle?
Yeah.
Is that good?
That's what I mean. It would be catastrophic for the whole flight if you did that to
Carl,
him.
in the last few years, I'm pleased.
There would be a huge compensation claim from everybody. From Carl going absolutely AWOL.
There has been a crack in the whatever it's called
armor.
In the armor, insofar as Carl will occasionally take a non-business class seat in continental Europe.
Don't tell people this,
continental,
though.
I love it.
Yeah,
Continental
in continental Europe.
But do they not call it that anymore?
I don't know, but I just love the name of it. It's like just... But he won't.
If it's not a business class seat, he ain't going. You know what they used to say? If it's not Boeing, I ain't going. If it's not business, I ain't.
I think if it's like over 10 hours, it's not okay to be.
No, it's not okay.
And especially if you're working.
Yeah.
But
But I do it with I go to
end.
Arizona because of our business. You can't afford to put
But $5
$4 or $5
tickets
on
are just insane. I think like if there's like but we're dealing with.
Yeah.
I mean, you've co-created that creature though.
Yeah, so
you know what?
are to blame. Like in reality,
fact, I can't claim compensation for something I created.
You can't.
Is that what the law says?
You can in this podcast. You can do whatever you want. You can be the problem and the solution in the same, and the victim and the perpetrator. I can't even see.
Yeah, the purple traitor.
The purple traitor.
No, you do it in New York way. You can say the perp. The perp.
The perp.
Yeah.
In fact, you can be all of them at once.
The perp was last seen leaving the.
I mean, but I definitely think you're part created.
Yeah. And let's get to your first claim. I think this goes. Does this slide into your first claim really well?
Well, we had so many, but there was two you liked.
I love the claims.
Okay.
Which one did you like? Remember?
Does any of them have anal? I'm just asking. We're not going to do that one. I'm just asking because we're not going to do that one.
No, it's funny because when Carl asked me,
You can do whatever you want.
Carl asked me, he said I'd like you to be on the podcast. I said, well, we can't talk about sexual things. Because what if a client of mine gets on and sees me talking about
well, you know, he was going to say it. Literally, he was going to say it within
anal warts.
I did. See, so I violated my own.
I mean, this is a medical show.
All right, so which one do you want?
Well, I think we want all of them. You know.
All right. Do you want me to one of my first jobs in advertising?
Yeah. Go.
All right. So I deserve compensation for being literally being in the line of fire.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
So I was working in an agency called Ketchum. It was a middle-sized advertising agency, very fine PR company, actually. And we had the local Acura dealers. Acura was a Honda. They rebranded it, so it was like a snazzy upmarket car. You know, I don't know what they call them here, but
I think they call them cars.
Yeah. We're cars here too. Yeah. You're good.
Vehicles?
And so the strategy of this ad was, and the execution was, the driving experience is so exciting that when you get out of the car, you'll be like literally transfigured, right? That was the idea.
What, into what though?
Well, just excitedly.
We're about to find out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? That kind, just like
you
it's so
really hyped yourself
That's
up
it.
in the car.
You
You're
got
like,
it.
yeah.
Then you would have been perfect on set to direct this commercial. I
problem.
wish you had been.
I mean, I need a job, so we go back in time.
So this is where something on paper looks so great,
Right.
but on the day, they say the process shows up through the lens of the camera.
Yeah, or the lack of process.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong. First of all, the actor who was the driver, this young fellow who's supposed to get out of the Acura and transfigure himself into excitement, in rehearsal we were like, this guy is amazing. He's so great. He's so terrific. He gets on set and he's literally like terrible, undirectable.
Wow.
He gets out. I mean, it was
He
so
was just
bad.
just nervous.
And the director would go like, no, just relax your arms and do this. And he couldn't stop doing the same set of movements. And the director was getting hysterical. We would take all these breaks. It was getting bad. It was raining. So everything was wrong.
The shoot was outside?
It was outdoors because he would pull up to a storefront, get out of the car all super razzed up and whatever. And I mean, he looked like he was on some sort of strange hallucinogenic drug. It was terrible. Anyhow, but you think, you know what? Hope springs eternal. And we look at the raw footage and we're like,
you can't use any of it.
this is really bad. But then, well, wait a minute. You can't not use any of it. We just spent $500,000 of the client's money on this.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something.
Let's talk about the client. Do you know, little known fact, do you know who was the predominant owner of car dealers in the New York metropolitan area? Any guesses?
I mean,
The mob.
gangsters. All right, yeah, I was going to say gangsters.
Yeah.
So we look at this footage. I'm like, Jesus Christ, they're going to fucking bury us in 6 feet under. So then I had the idea is, you know what? It certainly the footage looks nice. Why don't we go to one of these viewing places and instead of looking at it on a shitty monitor, look at it in big screen. That'll help us.
Yeah.
I mean, you say yeah.
I mean, I'm saying that's hopeful.
I mean, we say that's
let's hopeful.
Yeah,
but you got it's a hopeful option.
And we could have people walking in front of the screen.
But normally, I mean, I've told students this before.
Yeah.
It looks small shit. If you blow it up, it's still going to look just bigger and shitter.
I think you would have been handy.
I would have been useful.
You would have been handy on this day.
I wish you were there.
I would have been like, you can't blow it up because you can't blow up a turd.
And in fairness,
well, you can, but it still looks like a turd.
That's true. And in some ways, they deserve compensation because that was my dumbass decision.
So what did you do in the end, though?
So the client shows up. And I don't remember their names, but let's call them Vito and Sal.
Let's do that. It's great names.
Yeah.
I like them.
And
I might want to be
And it's not at all racist.
No, it's just
not.
that's what
It's
they.
not. No,
They were called Carl.
That's literally their names.
That's literally their names.
And they all had the same kind of haircut, very John Gotti-esque, beautifully coiffed.
Yeah.
Fingernails
That's hiding the
and
blood
the
on their
suits.
hands.
And we're in this like theater-like setting, and Vito and Sal are in front of me. I'm sitting behind with Joey and Jimmy, my art director and writer.
They sound like they're in the mob as
I
well.
know.
I know, didn't they?
Joey and Jimmy.
Was this an inside job?
There's like two mobs, one
Yeah.
advertising mob and one actual mob.
And so they play the commercial. Now,
Oh, so you actually edited it?
yes.
and
With
played
what
it.
you didn't reshoot it?
No, not for 500 grand. We're not going to reshoot it.
Oh my God.
So,
Right.
thing goes on screen, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking, oh my God, this is worse than I thought. And Vito's watching this, and Sal leans over and says, something, goes, is he on drugs, or is he sick or something? What's the matter with him?
Oh my
The
God.
main actor.
Yes. So the commercial finishes, and this is what real power, the exertion of true power, isn't some regular run-of-the-mill client turning out, well, I don't think this is very good, and I'm... He just turns and he leans back, crosses his leg, and just before he says the following, I note on his ankle, strapped,
Is a knife.
a nickel-plated 38 caliber revolver.
Okay. I mean, a knife was bad
Yeah.
enough. A big revolver takes it to another
Yeah.
level. I mean, it's like either way.
Yeah.
And he leans over and goes, I think we got a little problem. At which point I went, yes, we recognize that. We wanted to show you that we didn't think this was going to blah. And of course, that actually we're going to be shooting this at our own expense.
Yeah.
We just wanted to show you our progress.
Yeah, we just wanted to show you how shit
What we
this
did
was.
over the weekend is a hobby.
And he goes, yeah.
This is our hobby.
Yeah. And then how did he finish it?
Oh,
He goes,
my
yeah,
God.
I think that's a good solution. So come on, let's go to lunch. Forget about it. And off we go.
Oh my God, that is good thinking on your part, though.
You could just...
Because you can't argue with what apart from the flash of the gun. I mean, but what is it? Just the way that this person held themselves? Because it is the way some people hold themselves on power front, isn't it?
You could see...
It's
He was obviously accustomed with threatening people,
Yeah.
and giving
without
them,
threatening them.
Yeah,
You
with
just
giving.
like-
Yeah, but that's what
when
I'm
you
saying.
have that modicum of power, you just have to say, you voice a tiny measure of displeasure, and people assume their lives are going to end in a reasonable
I
span
mean,
of time.
I really, it upsets me that I don't have that power.
That's true.
But I think it does.
Yeah.
You kind of see, I think some of this idea of compensation is because some people just don't even have to ask for
Yeah.
it because they're always going to get what they
Well,
want.
that was a
with the way
famous
that-
Gotti line when he would move through the crowds. He'd go, "Hey, behave yourself," which was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah. And so your compensation claim here is really from the fact you deserve compensation for being put in that position.
Do you know when they say you go into the military and you get hazardous duty pay?
Okay,
into a combat zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, you want like some kind of conflict resolution
Pay.
pay,
Yeah.
which is out of our remit.
Yeah. But
We'll keep
it in mind.
But I think that just shows
Yeah.
that you're good at conflict resolution, though, because they weren't, they weren't gonna kind of damage you
Yeah.
necessarily.
Of course, what I'm sensing is that my first two claims of compensation are really not looking good.
No, I think.
Well, yeah. We don't have a big budget, so maybe.
I mean, look, it's obviously we hold such power in this situation.
Can I just say
and
as
also,
well?
I don't even think we've even got any prizes this week, have we?
Well, yeah. The prize is you get to leave with your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I've got a nickel-plated something somewhere.
Carl.
I know,
Yeah,
we're not
but
gonna go there.
that's your private life
Yeah.
that we don't need to discuss.
But you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, you can't hold back because
I
this
just
is your
say-
podcast. So you say what you
Also-
want. What were you go back up? What were you going to say?
I was that person that fucked up the fucking advert for a car advert once.
What did you do?
That was the worst.
It's not the one you didn't turn up,
No.
because that's another one where you were the main
That
thing.
was
and then-
Gulliver's Travels with Ted Danson, where I didn't turn up on day 2.
Yeah, that was that
Yeah.
one. That they're entitled to
was-
compensation
they
again.
are money. They're entitled to a lot of compensation for that.
Go on, yeah.
But
so
the car one's worse.
what's the car one?
So I'm with Chris or Kelvin.
You're always with
I
Chris
know.
and Kelvin or
and
someone.
it was one of our first jobs ever. It was so good. And all we had to do was be background artists for a car advert. So the car's going to come down the Strand. We wake up at like 6 a.m. Kevin knows this one. We wake up at like 6 a.m. We get there for like 8, 9, get costumed and everything. And then they're like, okay then. the car's going to come around the Strand. We've blocked off the Strand. We've blocked off Haymarket. The car comes round, and basically when we say action, the car will go, and then we'll cue you, and you'll see the person cue you. You just walk, and then we'll cue some other people, etc., etc.
What were you doing? Just walking, though? Okay, here we go. Sorry.
Hey, you say that. Walking is not as easy as we're about to find out. Yeah,
walking is quite hard for you sometimes. I agree. Talking.
I hear like
breathing.
I hear like action. So we start walking, and it's either me, Chris, and Calvin. So we start walking, and then the car comes round, everything, and then they're like car, and we're like reset everyone. So everyone resets. And everything's looking good. And they're like, okay, then action. So they do the whole thing. Everybody starts walking around, the car goes, and then they cue us, and we start going. And then we hear car. And then I'm like, this is weird. Like maybe the car's fucking up or something. And then someone came over to us and said, do you mind when we cue you to just walk? I'm thinking to myself, wow, passive aggressive, number one. But what do you mean, just walk? He's like, just walk.
What the hell were you
walking. I could tell you afterwards what I think we were doing. So we were walking.
But were you catwalking? Is that what you were doing? Or you
know when you're young, gay, and free and single, yeah.
Sashaying, awaying everywhere.
They were on like the fifth take. The car comes around, action, car goes, and cue. And so at this point, we're like, just do it. Just don't even sashay. Just walk. Like, this is getting freaky. So we start just walking. We put our heads down. And then you hear, like, car! And you're like, what the fuck, man? Shit, what have we done this time? And this Asian man starts running towards us at, like, the speed of light. This guy is running towards us. He's obviously the director. He gets to us, stops, and in front of everything, the car has stopped. The entire crew is there. Everyone is there. And he stands right in front of us and goes, what the fuck wrong with you?
And you're like, there's so many things. Where do we start?
How do I answer that question?
I mean, do we want to start in childhood or should we start? I mean,
I was like, oh my God.
Three of you?
No, it was to me and I think it was Chris.
Yeah,
so
it sounds like it might be you and Chris. That's
so
all.
We're like, what do you mean? What's wrong with it? It's like, why can't you fucking walk? And we were like, wow, this is very aggressive. Yeah. He's like, get fuck off my set. Get the fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck. And we were like, are we still getting paid?
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope you did get compensation for that, because
we still got paid.
It's not your fault that you can't walk, is it?
It's not. And really,
it's a prerequisite of most.
On my when I was an actor, I didn't have walking as a special
That's
skill.
What I mean.
No, I had horse riding.
Yeah,
swimming.
You should have.
I put all those as my special skills.
I wish you could
want to see the demonstration of the walk, though.
Don't you? There's no way.
It's a catwalk, basically.
It is I knew as soon as I saw it,
and you're gay, you're just like, yeah.
Can
I'm just saying, on the third one,
what?
We didn't do anything. We just walked.
You just walked. By that time,
but I don't think you just walking is ever just walking, because you've never been a straight man. So, I
think you're right there.
I think your walk is just ultimately the walk of... It's the walk of gay.
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
These days, I would have been paid extra special skills for it.
Well, that's like
you can put that on you can put it on your CV now.
Well, that's like the scene in Birdcage where he tries to teach him how not to sachet.
I haven't seen that.
That's really funny.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan Lane. Yeah, it's great.
I once, when I was in Thailand, there was all these lady boys that were walking down the street, and I basically, they were all in heels, and they were walking so badly that I stopped 6 of them and gave them all a lesson.
Yeah.
And I had them all parading up and down. I was like, I can't deal with this. You need to walk properly in heels. You're all walking like John Wayne in a boot. But it was quite good. I just did a catwalk.
Oh, really?
It's
That's
a crucial
good.
skill, especially if you're in heels.
Yeah.
So you can get it on your CV now.
I've never done it, actually.
I mean, I think
you've
you'd be
never
good
done heels.
No.
We can try it later.
We could certainly
we can
try.
help you out.
What's next on our list? Because I'm really excited that
you
there's
know
a
what?
list.
I'm
loving
thinking
this.
about.
We need more guests like this.
I'm thinking
Let's
about.
Yeah.
So post advertising career, right? And now sitting in 56D, one of the first things you try to do is you try to raise money.
What, from the seat?
You know
like a bucket.
No, you do the instant.
Please,
You know that.
I'm in coach.
But don't you know?
Somebody help me. Get me out. Get me into at least business or premium economy. I can upgrade with just £200.
Well, you could do that from your seat. You can message other seats.
That's
You
what
can
I'm
message
saying.
I need.
Please. I want to do a crowdfunder for you in a seat in 56D. Anyway,
No, what you do is you go to the investor community. Largely, you start with, because I'm obviously a brand new, very small firm. You go to these angel investor groups. That's the company we started.
Okay, right.
And
Which
this was
do you want
about
to explain to
we make educational games.
Yeah, exactly, and
we're
called
10 years old, and
EI
games.
Yeah.
So we're really proud of it. And I'm glad we didn't get the money. So I'm already telling you ahead of time.
No, don't tell us the end.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you what happened.
Kevin can tell a story how he wants to tell a story. Don't you get involved.
Yeah, we're
So
like that.
I went to the normal group, and
The normal group. What?
well, they're like venture capitalists, and they go, "How big's
I
your
need
company?"
some of them.
And they say, "No, we don't give money to anybody less than 5 million or
Okay,
10 million."
sure.
So like, oh, okay, whatever.
That's where I've been going wrong.
I then heard from a friend of mine that there was a gay investor group.
Oh, right.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
So
Nothing.
friendly
perfectly-
people,
Yeah.
our community, helping out another gay person. So I had to make my pitch.
Right.
And, I'm accustomed to pitching in a boardroom setting where you have all this preparation, and I had my little pitch and so forth, and I was on a Zoom call was arranged, and when you're sitting there, you're waiting for the image to come up, so you're imagining, oh, am I going to be in like a paneled office? Am I going to be in like and it comes up, and it's like a bad selfie.
Is it in a dark room?
No.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? And what you?
So I'm slightly lost here.
Huh?
I'm slightly lost.
I'm pitching.
We'll just wait.
I'm
because
pitching. This is a pitch for the money from.
Are you setting the scene?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
it's literally just me.
It's a Zoom call.
Just you. You're just not listening.
It's a Zoom
It's a
call
Zoom call.
to pitch to a representative of the gay investor group to get about $500,000 in startup money. Ooh. And so I'm waiting, and the call is supposed to say, let's say it's 4:00. It's now 4:20. I'm waiting and waiting.
In the waiting room.
So now I'm waiting and waiting.
In a Zoom waiting room. It's not.
And then
it's not even music.
The thing opens. That whirly, opens up, and the phone. It's obviously someone on their phone.
Oh.
And the phone's moving, and he's holding it up. They're going, hello. He's got a glass of wine in his hand.
She's fun.
And obviously, let's just put it this way. Many happy plastic surgeons have visited this fellow. So first thing, my impression was like, holy shit.
Wow.
They had a whole lot of money on that face.
There's a whole lot of work
That's an
going on.
expensive face.
It's literally the only work going on in this oligarch's life.
And you're going, hello, yes, just a moment. Listen, I've only got 15 minutes. Where are you calling from? I said, well, I'm calling you from London. Oh, well, I'm out at, I'm in East Hampton.
Sure.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Notice
like
he had to let me
asked.
know it wasn't anything other than the specific place. And he's listening, and he's slipping and slurping, and he's walking around. And in the backdrop is this enormous house.
Right.
And obviously in the backyard of the house. And he said, well, so I finished my little pitch. So I couldn't show the slides well. He started showing them. No, I can't see them. I can't. Hold on a minute. And he's like, oh, fuck it. Just tell me.
This
So now
already
I'm
sounds
starting to feel
stressful.
like,
This is too
I know.
stressful already. I hate it when you can't even.
He said, well, we don't normally invest in business like this. But in any case, I think you're much too old.
Right, you're entitled to compensation for that.
And then I don't know how I came to know this.
And this was 10 years ago.
Yeah, this isn't this. This is this Nepo baby's mother's house. I think I found that out from somebody else.
Wow.
I said, wow, that's quite a house he had. He said, ridiculous. That's not his house. So, by the way, I did a little statistic recently that over somewhat 60% of new business startups in the United States are by people over 50 years of age.
Wow.
So it's
Good.
a surprising fact.
But I think that makes more sense. By then you've got some knowledge.
It's like what Maya Angelou said. You may be remembered for what you said and what you did, but you're never forgotten for how you make people feel. And people like that made me feel
shit.
After a life of being capable and people kissing my ass in Macy's window. But you know
I
what?
don't even think it's about being capable. About kissing your ass. It's an entire life of work and hard work. And you're being turned down by this fucking arsehole Nepo baby.
Dreadful, yeah.
Who's just like now talking down to you because who's never done a day's work in his life.
I know, but I think this idea of shaming someone for how old they is absolutely insane.
That's horrific. That's
because
quite
I think
horrific.
once you get over a certain age, people are like, well, you're old. Well, actually, this is the point where you're consolidating all of the work that you. I think we have a real cultural problem with the way that we treat people as they age. I mean, as a woman, it's terrible. And you kind of get to
I was shocked. Yeah.
I think it is shocking. That suddenly you're normally in other kind of communities, you would be like the elder, the tribe elder, and the wisdom holder. For some reason in this culture, in capitalism, there's this like point that you should just be invisible and go and die in a home.
Oh, I know.
It is great. It's a really bad use of what should be that you should keep the elders and the wisdom keepers, essentially. I mean, I'm not making it sound, but I think that's what they are. It should be. You have most people that I know that are over 50 are so much calmer and like more together. And
less druggy.
They've seen but they've seen the same things repeated and repeated, and they're able to live to kind of give you much better advice and B, well, not all people, but a lot. People that are still working.
Who's
I just
banging
think
the table?
I do think it's crazy that you get this. Oh, you shouldn't. You're too old. I think it's. I think that, and also it's how that makes you feel. It makes you feel shame.
And you know what the second challenge I had to deal with during my entrepreneurial years after I left the advertising business?
What?
I had to do it sober.
And that's hard as well.
There is that.
Which is compensation. That was 2010.
Right. Okay. So not that long.
You want to hear that story?
Yeah.
Another claim? Oh my God! I think the last
first of all, do I get?
Yeah,
I get.
Well,
okay. I'm 1 out of 3. That's not great.
Do you want financial compensation,
well,
or do you want emotional compensation?
This is emotional compensation is what we're offering today.
Emotional, yeah.
That's what we've got.
We could give financial, but you're too old.
But financial would be monopoly money.
Yeah.
That's what would be happening.
Yeah.
But I think if someone just didn't listen, wasted your time and didn't listen to, I think that person could have been gracious enough to just give you the time.
I spent 30 years pitching, and you pitch, you will lose, you win.
But that wasn't even set up fairly, was it?
Whole other thing.
I do have to say, there's one thing about that person that's had that much work is I saw this comedian the other day saying, the thing is with Elon Musk is he's spent like maybe £1 million on his face and he's still only handsome adjacent, which I thought was the best. I thought was the best insult to just say you're handsome. You've achieved as handsome adjacent.
Yeah.
Do you know?
With your gajillion,
you're near
with your gajillion
it, and
dollars.
if you blur your eyes, then adjacent to handsome, I think it's the best new insult. So we can say that's what he was, handsome adjacent.
Yes.
And an asshole.
Yeah. I had a friend who was accomplished plastic surgeon, and he gave me all the tips to look for. He said, this is that. This costs
Well, you
that.
can also
so I could
sometimes just
basically
see it.
monetize your face like really fast.
Really?
Yeah, I can go like, okay, that
Well,
was
that costs
65,000. That was 100. That was.
Oh, wow. I'd love to have an expensive face. Unfortunately, I've got a little face at the
Elon
moment.
Musk is quite handsome if you squint your eyes
He's-
and then put a knife in either one of them.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh my god, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
There
where
was
I
a
am.
comedian saying that he
Yeah.
basically, he's spent all this money to try and achieve like the level of like maybe 5, but he's still a 3, and it was very funny kind of.
Yeah.
But I thought handsome and Jason is the new insult of the day. But yeah, so the next, what's your next?
Well, I think I deserve compensation for inheriting the drinking gene from my father.
Okay.
And in 2010, I remember visiting my neighbor across the street who said, well, that XYXY that happened at your party last night, that was really quite something, shocking.
I mean, I kind of want to know what the XYXY was.
know.
Well, here's the thing.
How many
Here's why I
chromosomes?
can't tell you.
It's like,
Yeah.
Well, we had a hot tub.
we've heard
It was
some
a
things
sunken
about-
hut. This
I know.
house was
Yeah.
quite something.
Right.
And all manner of shenanigans went on in that
In the
hot
hot tub,
and
yeah.
I was the ringleader much of the time.
Right. Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Not my
The hot tub
my
ringleader.
proudest moments.
It's okay. We've all done things.
We've all been there.
I haven't been there.
But in that hot
I haven't
tub.
been anywhere near that hot tub.
There's something
I'd like
about
to say.
hot and tub that just when those two words
Yeah,
come together,
hot
bad
tub.
things happen.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep you away from those then if I won't ever suggest a hot tub.
So she says this shocking things, and
Oh,
I
what
said,
she'd
"What
seen?
things?"
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, she whatever was observed. The reason I'm unable to recount them to you
Because-
is we deduced that I must have blacked out,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and I could not recall what occurred. At which point I realized, following an event that happened at the Soho House, where let's just put it this way, I lost my membership for 6 months as a consequence
I mean,
of my
I
drinking.
really want to hear that.
my
I
drinking
know,
behavior.
that
Sounds
sounds like
great.
a really good one too.
Well, I don't. You know what? I think in the context of admitting one's
Yeah.
past, I don't think
No, you-
one of my clients
Yeah.
would be too
No.
upset. I remember going. I deserve compensation for going to old AA meetings when my father was there. Those were terrible. I would never. I'll never do those.
Why? Because
Just the whole vibe of it was just.
you used to go with your father.
Yeah, you go to there was like an equivalent, Al-Anon, Alateen,
Yeah.
something or other, and it was murderously frightening. So I thought, well, as an adult, I ain't doing that. So I went to my GP, and I
Right.
said, I want to stop drinking. Now, let me set the stage here. My GP is Irish, Dr. Harris. He goes, oh, yeah, gosh, surely you don't drink that much.
And you're like, wow.
I said, well, I do.
The
Well,
thing
And he
is,
said,
Yeah.
all right.
Dr.
He said, I tell you what.
Harris-
He said, you go see a friend of mine. His name is Dr. Shanahan. I'm like, oh, this is
My
really
God.
helpful.
Yeah.
Wow. And what did he do?
Well, he's a psychiatrist of some repute. He's really amazing. So I go to him and he said, well, how many units do you drink?
And you're
a
like,
day.
units?
I
Maybe-
can never figure out. I said,
neither can I.
How
I'm
many
like,
units
a
can I get?
barrel?
I said, well, I mean, I can go through
It's-
a bottle, maybe 2 a day. He said, oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah,
you should
that's what I
see
mean.
some of the people come in
I
here.
know. Some people are like on a bottle of vodka,
Yeah,
or like
every 10
So-
minutes.
every
he-
10 minutes. Yeah.
So he says, tell you what, I think we can make a moderate drinker out of you. And here's what we'll do. You take a calendar, a diary, and make an entry every day of what you drink. And you do this for a month, and you come back and see
Oh,
me.
wow.
Yeah.
And then the truth began.
Uh-oh.
So for day one, and
The
I have
truth
this,
hits
I
hard.
wasn't prepared to speak about this, but the diary is here somewhere.
We can always cut it out if you don't like it. You know?
And so there's only 6 entries in this
Was it just
entire
say, like, the
year
whole bar?
calendar.
Year calendar.
The whole bar Tuesday.
Yeah.
Day 1, 2 Chardonnays, 2 whiskey and sodas. Afternoon, 6 blah, blah, blah. I'm going, you know what? Not so bad.
Yeah.
Day 2, similar. And then there's pages upon pages of gaps. January, blah, 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 nothing.
Right.
And then you keep flipping. You stop, and it says, in little tiny words in the middle of the page, I don't think this is going in the right direction.
What? Because you just weren't writing in it.
I went back to drinking 2 bottles of wine a day.
Right.
But I was too shamed to put it in the
Yeah,
diary.
that's what I mean. You're just like, yeah. 'Cause
So I
you-
went back to Shanahan and said,
I'm just going to stop.
And that was the beginning. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Well done.
Well, it's impressive because it's just so easy to go to it.
And is it a gene? So your compensation is for
That's my
receiving
I
the
think
gene.
it must be a gene. I think it's definitely in your.
Have you got anything that's taken hereditary down your family?
Well,
You're
definitely,
like,
my
I
father
wish-
was an alcoholic. You know, I can see that's definitely in the line of the genes. Like you can see it again, one click into it. You know, depends. It's or how to using it as using it to medicate at some level. I mean, I wouldn't say I was there yet, but I could give it a go.
Give it, yeah.
No, but you know, it's
Yeah.
you can see it's how people like balance their you know systems, isn't it? It's self-medication, isn't it?
Yeah. So now I drink 12 gallons of tea a day. Yeah. But I think I'm evening up the compensation score here, is my impression.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. What is this? I mean, I'm fascinated with the list.
I mean, we're at like 50 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want a closer?
we're
I
way
think we can
over.
have a closer.
You wanna-
Yeah,
all
let's
right.
have a little.
Then maybe there should be one where I was the cause, so other people deserve
Okay,
compensation.
yeah. I mean, I think already for me, I agree with that. I'd like to say just as a caveat that I think that you're already entitled to a lot of compensation for dealing with Carl. So that overarches any of your
That-
claim.
yeah.
Just saying.
It's
Yeah.
an overarching
Yeah,
claim.
since that, you know, within this. that's
Yes,
all.
in fact, you know, you do these personality tests,
Yeah.
like MBTI or whatever they
Yeah.
are, and the personality that I am, I was reading. It has a little paragraph. It says, "This type of person is a blah blah blah, very people oriented, and blah 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 blah. However,
What does it say? I love it.
this personality type requires a great deal of individual time to repair themselves from the effects of others."
I mean, that sounds
That's you?
Yeah.
How many personality tests do I need?
about 9.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
yes, we've determined.
I do have multiples.
Yeah, that's true. There are times when I started numbering them so that I can go, oh, 32.
What? 32.
Oh my God, 32.
I mean,
I did. I mean, at one
Babe.
stage when I was like full into like my heavy lifestyle, yeah, there was a lot of personalities running around.
running around your brain
at
and
once.
the room.
Yeah.
And
The brain, the
there'd be
room.
movements of them
Yeah.
in the course of the day. You might be presented with personality 16, and by midday,
I'd love
it's
to know about
32 in
personality
full form.
16's like. I mean, I bet she's a right piece of work.
She is.
She's
But you know
personality
what?
32's out.
Eventually we had to bury her.
Hide. Yeah. There's been a lot of funerals of different personality types.
Love of my life.
Yeah, what's your like closing where you feel
So my very first job was at an advertising agency called The Food Group.
right?
And it was the only job I could get because no one would hire me.
Well,
And I managed to get
just
a job.
because you're young though.
Well, if you didn't have an MBA from a fancy school, it
Right.
was tough. You would be hard pressed to get a job in the ad business. It was a very glamorous business in those days
Okay.
because it was pre-Google. And working at a place like McCann, oh my God, it was the place of the gods, you know?
Right.
Anyhow, so I finally landed this job, and it's I think like 8 or 9 people in this agency total. And they were in a building on 34th Street between 2nd and 3rd. And it had a little garage. Very unusual. Little door on the right-hand side, a little garage. And it was run by a man, I'm going to say by the name of Don, who to this day I adore and turned out to be someone I cared deeply for. But he was a terrifying personality. We talk about like emotional intelligent leader. This man was terrifying. He had the worst temper of anybody I've ever met. And my job was to go show the ads to the clients. And for that reason, in the garage, there were 2 cars, a BMW 7 Series. Oh, my God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when they
Man.
first came out. So this is not like BMWs now. This was changed the world by storm. This car was so amazing. And next to it was a Volkswagen. I think they call them Golfs here in the UK.
Yeah, I like those
Yeah.
cars.
Oh,
I've had one of those
it was
before.
known in the US as a Rabbit. That was what we call it, a VW Rabbit. And the
Well,
Rabbit...
We
What?
have a different rabbit here.
What?
Keep going.
He's even.
Yeah, you don't want to be
just-
driving a rabbit in this country.
Yeah, you don't want to be driving a rabbit.
Yeah.
That's not personality 24.
Well, no, it's a vibrator.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you might want to be
Okay.
driving one.
So
Anyway,
every Friday I had to go out to see my favorite client, Bernie from Bernie's Frozen Foods,
Okay.
and to show him his ads. And so I go down as on the appointed day in the morning, go down to the garage to get the rabbit to drive out to Weehawken, New Jersey to show Bernie the ads.
Right.
And the rabbit's gone.
Right.
Go back now. To go see Don was like to poke your head because you didn't walk in his office because he would scream or throw something at you. So I would stick my head and go, Don, what?
The rabbit. The rabbit.
Don sounds quite terrified.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like he's...
The rabbit's missing. He said, "Oh yeah, it's in the garage. Why?" He said, "Well, it's Friday. I got to go see Bernie." Oh yeah, God. Reaches in his pocket, pulls out a set of keys. Take the BMW, but for Christ's sake, be careful. Okay.
Yeah, I think
okay. Are we ready?
both know where this is going.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So I
He
get in.
shouldn't have said that.
I know. Why would he?
I
Why
hate
do
it when
that?
people say,
He's like-
just be careful. It drives me mental because then you've predicted what's going to happen
Right.
yeah,
now.
he's already
You-
foreshadowing.
You do
This
the
is it.
thing. You just don't put it out there.
Yeah.
I hate it when someone goes, "Don't spill that." I'm just like, chuck it across the room.
Chuck it at him.
No, it's like Tourette's comes out.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know.
you shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I get behind the wheel, and it's not like the rabbit. We go like, you get in the beam and go, boom.
yeah. There's always this.
And then the
smoother
lights, it's like the theater, the lights come down, I'm like, oh my God. Because I'd never been behind the wheel of a car like this.
Right.
Turn the car on, open the garage door, pull out. I'm like, this is just incredible.
I've
And as I'm
arrived.
turning into 34th Street, I'm adjusting the radio, why? For some music to drive this
you do,
fabulous
yeah.
car out to Weehawken, about an hour trip. And bang, I hit the back of a cab.
Babe.
Not any old cab,
I
the
mean-
old checker cabs back in the day.
Oh,
with the big
the yellow
bumpers,
ones.
big yellow, because that's what they had in the days. Pull the car, get out, and now
Can't have
there's
been driving that fast though.
No, I was only,
Like
15
5
or
miles.
20.
Okay, right, yeah.
but he was dead stopped. But I was looking at the radio, trying to find some disco music or whatever I was wanting to listen to. And I get out, and the headlights are off, the piece of the bumper's off. The man gets out of the cab, says something in a language I, till this day, don't
Which is probably
know.
like, you idiot.
And drives off, leaves me. Now I'm piling the bits into the front seat of the car. Now the question is, do I go back and see Don? Or
No.
Hell no, I'm going to see Bernie. So I drive out to see Bernie. And he was just... It's where I learned, you've heard me use the term schmendrick. Sometimes I'll use that term.
What does it mean,
It's
though?
it's a Yiddish term. I don't exactly know, but it's a term. Bernie used it as a term of endearment.
Right,
So the moment I walked in, he would normally go, Schmendrick, look at you. How are you? You look beautiful. How are you?
right.
And he
Although-
was so great. I loved him.
Okay.
Well,
But he also sounded like he was quite angry sometimes as well. Was
Bernie
that...
never.
Oh,
Sweetest
it's the
man in
other
the
one
world.
The
upstairs.
other one,
He was the
Oh,
best.
that's where I got
Yeah.
confused.
So now I'm driving out to see Bernie.
Right.
And what's the one that's left back? The boss
Don.
called Don.
Don, that's the angry one.
Yeah,
Don's
he's the
That you
angry.
were peering
yeah.
around the corner.
I
Right, got it. I was like,
on my way to see Bernie the saint.
right.
And
Saint Bernie.
he looked forward to this because he was like a surrogate dad. I actually adored him. And I walked through the door, and he goes, Schmendrick, you don't look so good. What's the matter with you? He could tell. So I look below the curtain of his office, point out to the car is parked, and he went, is that Don's car? I went, yeah. Holy shit, leave fucking town. Like,
Oh my
kidding.
god. Oh, and you're like, thanks, that's
Yeah,
really not
cheers,
helped.
Bernie, bye.
Like, thanks, it's for nothing.
he goes, I tell you what, you got two choices here. Choice number one is I'll tell him somebody hit the car.
Tick. Taking that
Done.
choice.
Yeah.
Not my fault. Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
Thanks.
Yes.
Anyway, Bernie, cheers. Dinner? Yeah.
Did he do it for you?
No, then he goes, the other choice is you tell him what happened.
Oh, I like choice number one.
Oh.
Nah.
Yeah.
Now, Bernie did
Because
always the
someone
same.
did hit the car.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true. You see,
Technically,
I could.
It wasn't I mean,
He said, but you know me. If you want my advice, you have to ask for it.
right.
Such a pain in the ass because you know.
And what did he say?
Go back and tell him.
Oh, he said he should
He
be
said
honest.
because the only thing you have in this world is your word,
Sure.
and I
but-
want you to learn that.
What did Don do? But also, okay, that's true on the word thing. But if there's a psychopath in an office, I also think that you don't need to go. If you put, I think you can do a slight tweak.
A tweak of the
if there's a
truth.
psychopath in an office. Personally, that's called just like risk management, isn't it?
That's actually true.
Because I think a white lie that's close, that
close
mitigates danger, and like somebody like firing. So what did he do?
So I drove all the way back, longest drive of my life.
Poor
and I
nervous
go to the
system.
door. What happened? He knew. He could smell it.
Right, yeah. Because you were like, well, I'm sure.
I said,
You could smell the diesel,
like
the petrol.
That's right. The gas. The steering wheel around my neck.
Yeah.
There is a drawing, actually. The art directors did a cartoon of me after the fact, because this became far and wide through the agency. And I said I wasn't paying attention, and I hit a cab and damaged the car. And he began to shake as if he was going to erupt again. And then he stopped himself. And he said, "You're okay, yeah?" I said, "Yeah, thank God." He said, "If something happened to you, I don't know what I would do."
Okay,
he liked me.
Who would have known? You would never have known that he liked you.
Yeah,
I mean,
like a
that's
Sally
good.
Field Oscar.
Okay, so it is worth telling the truth in that front.
Yeah.
But I think there was a halfway house.
Yeah.
I think sometimes.
Death or no death.
That's good though.
And he proved to be a real. When I eventually went to McCann, he was all for. Well, he was.
Did he take it out your wages?
No.
Fixing. Okay.
No.
Well, I think you did a really good job there.
He eventually he even arranged a loan for me to buy a car. Oh yeah, he was amazing.
Right, well,
To replace the one that you fucked up. Yeah.
No, my own,
I'm going to arrange a loan for you to replace my car.
my car.
Just
thanks,
give
Don.
me your address.
Thanks, yeah.
And your social security.
Don is the
and
best.
your date of birth.
Yeah.
So I somehow feel as if I'm getting compensated generally.
That's I mean, what for?
I guess I have to wait for the report.
Okay, my overall view is that you should be compensated for call.
Yes.
So that I think is just global. I don't know what that looks like, but
What is it? Yeah, like an overarching claim there. We can't claim for everything, but this is going to be the most. You'll get the most for that one.
Oh, I see.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also you'll have to endure more of it.
Yeah.
That's what's called a deductible.
Yeah, there we go. So that evens out. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the car, I think, the car one, obviously you did, but then,
Well, the car one, he should have compensation off you.
I do,
Yeah. I should have paid for the car.
yeah, so, no, but that's out, but then the other car one, definitely, I think you can have some compensation for flying and coach. On economy.
Yeah.
I don't know, what are you thinking? I mean, again.
I say, you can't beat any of these stories, can you? They're all great compensation claims.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thanks for coming on. To add some structure to this. Feel a lot calmer with a bit of structure. Normally it's like goes into absolute chaos. Until the next time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
My
Thank you,
pleasure.
Carl.
Right, okay, let's all sign off.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
And bye from me.
Bye from me.
I've already said bye.